Imagine driving on a road where there are no guardrails, where the path is barely wide enough for one car, where one wrong turn, just one, sends you 3,000 feet straight down into a jungle abyss. Now imagine that this road was the only way in or out of an entire region for decades. Every single day, trucks loaded with supplies, buses packed with passengers, and motorcycles weaving between them, all sharing the same deadly strip of mud and gravel carved into the side of a mountain. And here's the truly insane part. People chose to drive it. Welcome to the North Yungas Road, known to the world by one name, the Death Road.
Bolivia, South America, a country landlocked between the Amazon rainforest and the Andes Mountains, and one of the most geographically extreme places on Earth. In the 1930s, Bolivia needed a route connecting its capital, La Paz, to the remote Yungas region, a lush tropical area critical for agriculture and trade. The problem, between those 2 points sat one of the most brutal mountain ranges on the planet. So they built a road. They blasted through rock. They carved ledges into sheer cliffs. They laid a path through the cloud forest at altitudes above 15,000 feet. The result was a 40-mile stretch of road that descended nearly 2 miles in elevation, from freezing Andean peaks into humid Amazonian jungle. It sounds like an engineering achievement, and it was. It was also a death sentence.
Let's talk about what makes the death road so terrifying, because it's not just one thing, it's everything. First, the width. Most of this road is only 10 feet wide. That's roughly the width of a standard parking space. Now try fitting 2 trucks on that. One of them will have their wheels hanging over a cliff with no guardrail. Second, the drops. We're talking sheer vertical drops of 2,000 to 3,000 feet. No barriers, no nets, just air. And somewhere far below, the treetops of the Amazon. Third, the weather. The road passes through multiple climate zones. At the top, freezing cold, icy roads, zero visibility. Further down, heavy rainfall turns the dirt road into a slick, waterlogged nightmare. And throughout, thick fog that can reduce visibility to almost nothing. Fourth, the waterfalls. Yes, actual waterfalls that pour directly onto the road. Drivers navigate through rushing water cascading off the cliffside above them, while the road beneath them crumbles. Fifth, the traffic rules. Here's a rule that sounds insane but makes perfect sense when you think about it. On this road, you drive on the left side. Why? Because that way the driver, who is on the left, can see exactly where his outside wheels are relative to the cliff edge. Better to judge the drop than to guess it. With all of this combined, the death road earned a brutal reputation. At its peak, an estimated 200 to 300 people died on this road every single year. Crosses and small shrines line the path every few hundred meters, each one marking where someone didn't make it.
Here's something that makes this even darker. The death road wasn't built by engineers with modern machinery. It was built by prisoners of war. After the Chaco War between Bolivia and Paraguay in the 1930s, Bolivian forces captured thousands of Paraguayan soldiers. Instead of prison camps, they were put to work. With nothing but hand tools, pickaxes, shovels, and dynamite, these prisoners carved this road out of raw mountain rock. No safety equipment, no planning software, no architectural blueprints beyond the most basic surveys. Just human hands against one of the most hostile environments on Earth. The conditions were brutal. Men fell, men died building the very road that would later kill so many others. It took years, and when it was done, it became the only paved connection between La Paz and the Yungas. For over 60 years, this road, built by war prisoners with hand tools, was the lifeline of an entire region. Numbers tell part of the story, but the individual stories, those are something else entirely. In 1983, a bus skidded off the road and plunged into the ravine below. Over 100 people were killed in a single incident. It remains one of the deadliest road accidents in Bolivian history. Truck drivers who regularly used the death road had their own rituals. Before descending, many would stop to pour a small offering of alcohol onto the road, a tradition called a chala, an offering to Pachamama, Mother Earth, asking for safe passage. Some drivers refused to do the route at night, not because of company rules, simply because the ones who tried at night often didn't come back. And yet, families depended on this road. Farmers needed to get their crops to market. Towns needed supplies. Hospitals needed medicine. The death road wasn't a dare, it was life. Now here's the wild twist in this story. In 2006, Bolivia completed a new modern bypass road, the Cotapato-Santa Barbara Highway, which made the death road largely unnecessary for commercial traffic. Trucks stopped using it, buses rerouted. And what happened to the death road? It became a tourist attraction. Every single day, hundreds of thrill-seeking tourists, mostly backpackers, travel to La Paz and pay for the experience of mountain biking down the death road. They start at around 15,400 feet above sea level, hop on a downhill bike, and descend over 11,000 feet across roughly 40 miles of this legendary path. Tour companies now operate daily. Guides brief riders on the history and safety rules. There's even a finish line with a cold beer waiting at the bottom. Every year, about 25,000 tourists ride the death road. It's one of the most popular adventure tourism experiences in South America. But make no mistake, it's still dangerous. Since tourism began, around 18 to 25 cyclists have died on the route. The road doesn't care if you're a local trucker or a tourist on vacation. One mistake, that's all it takes. The death road tells us something important, not just about Bolivia, about humanity. It tells us that when people need something badly enough, a connection, a supply route, a way forward, they will build it through anything. Mountains, fog, waterfalls, sheer cliff faces. And when someone else builds a safer path, the old road doesn't disappear. It becomes a symbol of every person who risked their life just to move goods from one valley to another, of every prisoner who swung a pickaxe into rock so that strangers could one day drive to work, of every truck driver who said a quiet prayer and put the vehicle in gear anyway. The death road is terrifying. It's beautiful, and it's a reminder of what humans are capable of, both in the building and in the surviving. So, would you ride the death road? Drop your answer in the comments below. Seriously, I want to know, brave face or hard pass? If you made it to the end of this video, you already survived the easy version of this journey, so smash that like button. It's the least dangerous thing you'll do today. And if you want more videos about the world's most extreme, insane, and forgotten places, subscribe, because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.